I'm saying? Pop my collar. Ever since I can remember, I've been popping my collar. Shout out to my new subscribers, my old school subscribers, my TikTok family. Wasn't for you guys, wouldn't be possible. You guys are in for a treat today. YouTube decided to get a little frisky with my last reaction video, so you know how I feel about them hitting me with an advertisement, suitable, whatever, meaning they flag my video. Absolutely not. You can't do that to me. Now I'm going to drop 4 videos today. I'm going to drop 4 of them. We're going to figure out what it is in my videos when I do my reaction videos that's causing these flaggings. So I'm going to do it a couple different ways so I can get a good control. I'm going to download my own videos from TikTok. I'm going to also, you know, watch a couple other YouTubers and try to get a good figurings out of what it is that's causing this problem. I don't just accept things, you know, I conquer and I fix things. And listen, it's this supreme confidence that women adore and love. I'm out here looking any your kind of way. You know, I got a wrinkled t-shirt on, sweatpants, and boots, and I still got my neighbors out here looking. Wow, they're looking, hats crooked. There we go. That's better. You know, it's about that. Confidence is what allows someone like Rick Ross to run around with his shirt off. You know, women don't really... I tell you what, when you know that you're the master of your realm like the lone wolf, you know that once you start doing things enough, it doesn't matter what people say about it, they'll adjust because you figured it out. You know, think about it. You've had a lot of your favorite content creators, when you first looked at them, they were daunting, to say the least. And over time, this funny looking content creator becomes one of your favorite people. You're like, oh wow. You know, what that is just consistently dropping content, showing people who you are until they get used to you, you know, whether they want to or not. That's all that it is. So, you know, that's one of the philosophies I live by. You know, you either get completely sick of me or you'll eventually be like, you know what, I see where this guy is coming from. And the confidence you have to have when you're consistently, you know, wolves, you know how it is. Y'all be out here doing what wolves do, and somebody always got something to say about something. You know, every time you're doing something, every time you're going somewhere, every time you step out your house, somebody pop up, or somebody have something to say, or you go online, and, you know, you got some trolls doing what trolls do best. And again, remember, people don't harass people that they don't consider to be somebody. They don't do that. They only harass and bother the ones that they know are out here getting it how they live, and it's something about that individual that triggers the crap out of them. It doesn't even matter what it is. It could be a slew of things. It could be all of the above. It could be one of something. It could be God knows what it is, right? But it doesn't matter. It's that supreme divine confidence that you have. So no matter what you're doing, no matter how you sound or whatever, you're like, handling my own. I don't really care how you feel about it. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like me or not, I'm doing this. You step off the road. You step off the car. And we keep it trucking. Daily, I get trolls that try to get under my skin in comments. You know what I do now? I'll be like, have a great day. Thank you for your time. Because I don't see what they're saying anymore. I told you, as a man, when you don't see my retention and, you know, you got control of everything, you can see through the matrix code. So when someone's doing something crazy like trolling you and they start off the whole sentence with laugh out loud, oh, gotcha. You started off with laugh out loud. What have I said about that? If someone has to annotate that they're in an emotional state and they got to annotate it through text, you've already won. I've already won. You know what I'm saying? You know, but you'll have these kind of, you can see through the code and they'll say all this stuff. I disagree, writing paragraphs. And when you don't even read the paragraph, you just see a paragraph and you're like, I know some people that won't even write a paragraph or a dissertation or for a project in school or whatever, but they'll write 2 or 3 paragraphs to disagree with. That means that they know that they want to make sure they say something and you can't really question what they're saying. They're trying to back all this extra psychological stuff, man. You know you won. You know you won. And there's no need to argue with them, because what I tell y'all all the time, everybody's allowed to have their own perspective. Who cares what that person thinks? They don't even know you. You don't know them from a hole in the wall. Who cares what they say? Man, listen, you got to be on this kind of, mindset and vibration. This lone wolf thing, again, as a lone wolf, you have a wolf pack, right? But they're all lone wolves too. So, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's weird. Um, we meet up, we do what we do, and then we go about our business. You know what I'm saying? We have a code that we live by. You know, like, yeah, some lone wolves that check in over here most of the time. You guys are the ones watching the content. Y'all don't say much, but I'd appreciate it if you say more. Listen, it triggers the algorithm. I don't know if you guys are noticing, but all the work and effort that you guys have been putting in, leaving comments, even when I don't get right back to you, it's triggering the algorithm, and we have videos going viral. When I say viral, I consider viral anything over 500. Okay? I got the bar set low. You know, low expectations yields high rewards. I like that. Yeah. Low expectations yields high rewards. So when you guys leave these comments, you guys are hitting a like, and you guys are sharing the videos and stuff, I mean, you're triggering the algorithm left and right. Look, you guys are triggering the algorithm so good that even my reaction videos I just started doing are starting to go viral, and they had to flag one of mine because they knew that back, because when they flag it, they drop it out the algorithm. So when you see, videos that had barely any views, those are the actual views from my followers. It's not in the algorithm because they flag it. They flagged my one from last night. I have no idea why. I'm gonna go back and look at it, but we're gonna drop 4 of them today. But that's what it is, man. You'll never let anything discourage you. You never let anything set you back. You know that everything is a win. You know that everything is a life lesson. And this is the kind of stuff that women absolutely find desirable. They can't get enough of it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to start going for walks outside this neighborhood, man. I get recognized too much. Every time I start going for a walk, I start getting calls and people pop up and stuff. I'm starting to get too many patterns. I gotta switch it up. As a lone wolf, you know that. You notice when someone starts recognizing your patterns. You notice when people are probably watching you but not really letting you know, but they'll always give a little tail. You get that tail and you haul ass. Give you guys a panoramic really quick while I look good. Doing what I do. And as I was saying, the confidence that you have to be yourself, because people are judging you all the time. Everybody knows that when you're out and about at your job or your family functions or online if you're a content creator, that everyone's judging you. So everybody's scared to make a mistake, and all that fear causes them to put themselves in a mental prison, and they can't really articulate themselves and be as genuine as they want to be. But when you're a lone wolf and you're operating outside of the matrix and you're in Christ consciousness, elevated above 5D consciousness, man, you don't really care what other people think or perceive, because you already, listen, when you're in the consciousness of a lone wolf, a Sigma wolf, like us, man, listen, we can see historical figures, and we can see how everybody moved towards them. Whereas everybody else will see a historical figure for the information given to them about that individual. But a lone wolf can see that historical figure for, that's somebody that went against the norm. That's somebody that during his time, he had a lot of people that went against him that would now say that he was a leader, he or she was a leader, and stood for the rights of everybody and was a pioneer, a trailblazer, woo, right? But, you know what I'm saying, some people just see, oh, this person, no. You see this person for what they became and what people thought of them afterwards. But while they were doing what they were doing, they were not treated like that. They were ostracized. People would have a problem with them for no reason. They knew they were going against the grain, and every day they got up, prayed to God, and kept doing what they had to do. right? That's what the lone wolf can see when we look at these different, historical figures that made great change being one individual person, right? That's what we see. So we see the world differently. Our confidence comes from a different place. Shout out to all the lone wolves out there and all the chosen Sigma ladies, talking to y'all. Like, we can see things differently. So even if we're being ostracized, or we're being looked at as goofy or this or that, and everybody's having an opinion about us, we understand that's just the way that pioneers, that leaders are looked at in the moment. And that doesn't dictate how you're looked at over time, or how you will be looked at, right? It's just the naysayers. Some of these people don't even know the reason why they're going against you the way that they do. A lot of them go against you just because you're as positive as you are, and you think so highly of yourself to where you're not going to let anyone discourage you with all kind of different ways to try to get inside of your head to make you doubt yourself. The time and effort, and that's another way that a lone wolf will look at things. Like, listen to somebody try to hate on me and try to disguise it as something other than that. The time and effort that person put into doing that, they could have done some crunches, some sit-ups, some push-ups. They could have, probably scheduled some things. Even if there's somebody that's kind of quick with it, 10 to 15 minutes, they could have been doing squats. They could have done something that could have, they could have gone and, done their skincare routine, took a shower. They could have done something that would have benefited them as an individual to their overall well-being, but instead they chose to spend that time trying to find a clever way to disguise their hate for me through all the vernacular and the buzzwords and the different campaigns that are out here that try to, make certain people feel a certain type of way about telling the truth or whatever. You can say whatever you want to, but the fact of the matter is, you don't know me. And as long as a lone wolf knows that, because we keep everything to ourselves and we only let people see what we want them to see, male or female, when someone's speaking on you, then you know for a fact that they're a fool, right? You know for a fact that they don't know how to critically think. They have no emotional intelligence, and they're the kind of person that see a few patterns and make assumptions. Well, you know what they say about people that make assumptions. So whenever I see someone trying, because I don't put out enough information for anybody, and I haven't been online enough for anyone to make an assumption or make anything about me. So anyone that's doing it is like, well, you're just a fool. You're just somebody that wants to have a problem with me. And this is the kind of and moving like this keeps you from ever having any doubt in yourself and what you're doing, because most people, if they were critically thinking, had emotional intelligence, and were moving from a place of good intention, would be like, well, this guy kind of sort of might have his little faults, but he's overall a good dude, really trying to do a good thing. So I really don't have any problem with them. And that's the reason why you're able to just continue to move like you're moving, because if somebody got a problem with you, I mean, hating dudes online I have, man. I mean, Negroes that are online, because when it comes to dudes, most of the time, it's Negroes. I mean, Negroes I got online that are on here trying to hate and drop little subliminals or whatever. Don't drop subliminals, dude. Get your butt in the gym. You know what I'm saying? Don't drop subliminals, dude. You know what I'm saying? Get your look together. Don't drop subliminal. But I mean, it is what it is. This is what people do. Insecurities, that's what I see. When I see some dude taking a jab at me, don't know what I'm saying? Don't know me or anything. I'm just like, this is an insecurity. What did he say specifically? He was taking a crack on dudes that work out and look buff. Oh, you're insecure because you're a little weak, simp, little worm-looking dude. Oh, okay, I get it. I look at that kind of stuff. I don't really look at what he's saying, about dudes like me or whatever. I'm just like, okay, he's projecting, and this is what he's projecting. And that way I never have to question myself or whatever, because I don't have any problem with any dudes online. I really don't. Like, I see dudes that I really don't agree with everything they say, but you know what I think about at the end of the day? I'm like, he's a man taking care of his family. He's providing right now. He's posting up content, so he do what he do. He do what he do. I ain't got nothing to do with that. I got anything to do with that. I don't even, ain't that serious. I never take it that serious. I disagree with most dudes I see online, but that ain't none of my business. Every dude out there is his own king in his own little, empire, kingdom, whatever, doing whatever he does, having his views on life as he see fit. It got nothing to do with me. That's why you'll never see me bickering with any dudes online. I'm not gonna go back and forth with any dudes. Feel whatever you want to feel about stuff. I'll somewhat go back and forth with women, but I'll just shut it down. When it comes to another dude, I don't care what he thinks. Who cares what another dude thinks, man? If it's not information that's working towards the betterment for my overall dynamic, you know what I'm saying, in life, I'm not worried about what some guy thinks. I've done absolutely too much in my lifetime to be worried about what some other dude thinks, man. Ain't no dude's done what I've done, man. You know what I'm saying, going to war twice, to Iraq twice in combat arms units, worked for the White House, turned around after that and become an engineer without a degree. Didn't let none of that stuff keep me down, nothing like that. Then turned around and got married, ended up with a narc and got out of that situation. You know what I mean? Nothing keeps me down, man. So why would I care what anybody's opinion of me? None of that stuff matters, man. You don't know me. You couldn't go through a third of the stuff I've gone through, come out of it looking like I look, with a smile on your face. Absolutely not. And again, this adds to the supreme confidence because I know no matter what situation I'm in, I'm gonna get out of it. I also know no matter what circumstance I'm in the moment, that doesn't define who I am as a man overall. So whenever I'm out here doing whatever I do, living wherever I live, if somebody wants to judge me for that, well, I'll take note of the fool that's running their mouth, but that doesn't mean anything, man. You know, there's people that go from rags to riches at all times, man. And, you know, you can't be looking at the size of the dog, man. You gotta be looking at the dog in the man. I got that dog in me, man. You know what I'm saying? I got that dog in me. I'm gonna get it out the mud no matter where I'm at. You can put me in the middle of the mountains, out here in the middle of nowhere, and I will start over from scratch, and I will become a multi-millionaire, okay? When I got out the Army and I became an engineer without a degree, you can put me anywhere, any scenario. When I joined the Army at 16, in the delayed entry program, had to wait till I was 17, graduated high school, couldn't get out of my dad's house fast enough. When you know you're a grown man, you know you're a grown man. When it's time to leave the nest, it's time to leave the nest. You know what I'm saying? And with that being said, that's where the confidence comes from. I've been like pretty much trying to be on my own since I was like 13, 14 years old. Started a business with my brother, whatever. You know, I was working 2 jobs by the time I was 16, y'all. I was working at Subway and was it Route 21, someplace in the mall. I'm always working, you know what I'm saying? I've always been working, that's all I know. Man, look, I used to make so much money, I wouldn't even cash in my checks. You know, I'd have checks laying around the house and stuff like that. I never do anything for the money. You never do anything for the money when you move like we move, man. You do everything for the love of whatever you're doing. And the real ladies out there, they see that. They see the passion in your eyes. They see the kind of man that you are. They look up to you. Even though some of them want to be upset with you, they can be upset with a person like you. How? How's it possible? You know what I'm saying? You move too well. You're too much of a role model. And you're fair. You're not out here talking a certain kind of way, trying to put men or whatever on a pedestal. You know, shout out to you guys in the comments for saying stuff like that about how I keep it fair and honest. And I do. I keep it fair and honest. You know, I only talk about the females out here that's causing for modern society and modern dating to collapse. But I'm not talking about all, because there's ladies out here and women out here that are really good. You know, so I'm looking for them, you know, needle in a haystack. But it's so easy nowadays for a woman to, you know, excuse my French, be a piece of shit. Because everything's set up for you to be a narcissistic type of person. And it takes a real lady to go against the grain and do the right thing instead of doing what everybody else is doing. And we're looking for those kind of women, you know, wherever they may be. Wherever, a country, state, whatever. But we're not doing anymore. As confident men, masculine men, we're no longer settling for whatever the female covert narcissist is throwing towards us. They go to the gym for a couple months, eat a little bit better, shrink down, and then they're back on the streets doing whatever they do best, street walking, trying to get as many bodies as they possibly can, right? To dump their demons and whatever else off on them. We're moving better, we're thinking better. With that being said, I'm not going to hold you guys any longer. I have plenty of videos scheduled for today in my head, not scheduled anywhere else. But hit that like button, share the live, and subscribe more than ever. YouTube is getting real restrictive. I had a video flag last night, which I didn't think nothing was said crazy in it. Whatever. But I'm going to go ahead and drop a whole bunch of them today. They shouldn't have done that. But you guys continue to hit that like button and share the lives. We're going viral pretty regular. I appreciate the growth. I'm going to do my part like you guys are doing yours. And I just want to say my appreciation. All right? Peace, love, and light. I'll be back on here a little bit